There's a parable that goes along with this woe section with Jesus, and it's the chapter before in Matthew. And when it comes to parables are those things that, we're all meant to identify with because we're meant to see ourselves in them. And when it comes to parables, they're things that are never complete because we get to complete them every generation. That we get to complete the parable, we get to bring it to a close each generation. They are never completed until we take our response. So Jesus is speaking to the Pharisees. And in chapter 22, verses 1 to 10, it says, Jesus spoke to them in parables saying, the kingdom of heaven, so this is where you learn the kingdom truths. It's like a king who prepared a wedding banquet for his son. So the king is the father, speaking of God, the Father. And he wanted to prepare a wedding for his son, and his son is Jesus Christ. So this is in the generation of Jesus. He sent his servants to those who had been invited to the banquet to tell them to come, but they refused. And they refused Jesus. They refused the banquet. They refused an invitation to come and spend their lives in the presence of God. They refused that moment. What an invitation. But I love this about God because he just keeps going the extra bit, doesn't he? Then he sent, so God the Father, the King, he sent some more servants and said, tell those who have been invited that I've prepared for them a dinner. No, not only can you spend time with my son, I'm going to actually prepare a meal for you. I'm going to go above and beyond. You can dine with me. My oxen and fattened cattle have been butchered, and everything is ready. Come to the wedding banquet. No, this picture of the fatted calf was, in biblical times, many people had a cow. Now, I'm not a farmer in any way, but I know what a cow is. And some cows give milk, some cows you eat. I've worked that out. So there was a cow in your so if you had lots of cows, you put one cow aside. And that cow you fattened, you fed a special diet, you give it the best because, I don't know what, you massaged it and all these sort of things, so that this cow would produce the tastiest meat. No, it would produce, the porterhouse, the T-bone, and it's always good to talk about food, isn't it, when people are hungry in church. The ribeye, so it would be the best. And so at times of celebration, you would kill the fatted calf. And we know that the story of the prodigal son, how that whenever that son came home, the father killed the fatted calf. In other words, this is a symbol of a celebration when people come home to the father, when people come to the banquet, when people come to the celebration. They kill the fatted calf and they have a party. And so there's this moment where God's saying, I'm going above and beyond. It's not just you get to be a son or daughter of God. I'm going to celebrate the fact that you're doing that. But they paid no attention and went off, one to his field and another to his business.